Hi, this is Mrs. Knopf, and today we are going to continue in our method book on the flute with line 34, London Bridge. And before we start, as always, I have to show what I really like about this book. We have a fingering chart at the top of every page or two. And now we are introducing a new note. We have our G on top of the staff. G is this thumb key, 1, 2, 3, and then the pinky on the foot joint. So you have to blow fast air to make that high G sound properly. And then everything else we already know. We have our fifth line F. We just add our first finger in the right hand to our G. Then we have our fourth space E flat. We bring these two fingers down and lift up the index finger. Then we have fourth line D. We just raise the pinky from the foot joint. For the third space C, we switch everything out so it's just the first finger and just the pinky on the foot joint. And then third line B flat, we add the thumb on the back, we add the first finger to the C, and that is your B flat. So now I'm going to adjust the screen so that, whoa, oh my goodness. Okay, so now we're going to work on London Bridge. We're going to look for patterns. If you compare the top line to the bottom line, the first measure in each line is identical, as is the second measure of each line. The third and fourth measure of each line is where we have a little bit of difference. So at the beginning, we have our treble clef, and then we have our key signature, which has the third line B flat, tells you all Bs are flat, and then the fourth space E flat, which tells you that all Es are flat. Then we have our time signature. The top number tells us the number of beats per measure. The bottom number tells us the value of the whole note. So if we have a whole note that gets 4 beats, then half of a whole is a half of 4 is 2, so the half notes get 2 beats. And then half of a half is a quarter, half of 2 is 1, so the quarter notes and quarter rest get 1 beat each. So now we're going to go through and see what we have. So we start with an F, and it's a quarter note. We go up to a G, back to the F, and then switch out to E flat. Next measure, we have a quarter note D, E flat, then a half note F. Same thing happens on the second line for the first two measures. In measure 3, we skip down to a C, so first finger and pinky, switch everything out for D, add the pinky for the half note E flat, and then we have the same pattern, just up a step. So we go to a D, E flat, and then an F. On the second line, we've already gone over the first two measures because they're the same as the first line. In measure 7, we have a half note C, skip up to a half note F, and then we have an arpeggio coming down. We skip to a D, which is a quarter note, and then end on a half note B flat with a quarter rest at the very end. Make sure that you use lots of air, it's fast air, and that you start each note with a t sound. So I hope you can play along and keep up, and we're going to play London Bridge. 1, 2, ready? And that is how you play London Bridge on the flute. I hope this has been helpful. And if you aren't able to keep up at that tempo, then slow it down to a speed that you can manage, or break it down into smaller sections and work things out until you're comfortable. So good luck, and we'll see you next time.